But now it's time.
Oh, yeah. It's that time.
Go on, DeVoe.
Bring you live and direct, coming to you right here at Pack Stereo. It's Victor Allen giving you the new sports.
With the S's. New sports. The new sports and sporty man, sporty people. This produced by Victor Allen. Here it is.
Well, you know, I don't know. DeVoe's kind of having a different impact on me this morning.
know, man.
A little tamer.
You know,
I don't know.
Oh, you were really going to go wild about it?
I'm just saying, you know.
Rectal sparks.
You know.
Get a spark. Get a spark. You know, get a spark in your butt, he said.
I'm going to help you, DeVoe.
Please.
Because I'm going to bring a good story for you.
I've had one.
I'm going to bring a good one.
It's not as painful as it sounds.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Get you going.
All right, here we go, you guys. Mario, we started off this show. You said something, man. You said something real good. And this picture is going to depict that that's not the picture I want to show you.
Oh, okay.
That's the wrong picture. Oops.
No, to be honest with you, there is a subject that comes up that deals with Goodell, the commissioner. But before I go there, I have to give the good news. The good news is, France loses to the USA.
Already they lost?
I knew you was waiting.
Damn, I was trying to watch the game this morning, you guys. U.S. women's, the U.S. women's soccer team, for the World Cup, it's been hot. Not only that, they got me looking at them because they physical and they play rough. I mean, this is almost like women's football because they run up on each other and a bunch of them look pretty good. I was like, damn, girl. And you rough and tumble all like that, too?
I turned you on.
I need a woman who can protect me as I get older. Y'all fight and shit. I want to be able to just get them, baby. Yeah, don't mess with me.
Laziness.
I want a woman with a razor.
Laziness.
I want a woman with a straight razor in her bag.
Dude, you crazy. You crazy. Well, you know what? This may be the best that you're going to get to celebrate the U.S. women with because that is the picture of them. They did win 3-1.
Yay!
And there was some trivia to it. I actually had a question to it, but now I can't use it because the game ended before our broadcast.
That was fast. It came on this morning, and I guess it is over. Huh?
Yeah. Now I was going to actually put out a question. Do you think they were going to dominate or win at the last second? Well, they won handedly 3-1. So
Take that, Frenchies.
Frenchies.
They dip their French fries in mayonnaise over there.
I know, they do.
They have this thing about the French fries. Every place has their own little quirk, and they talk shit about us. But I like France, except they dip the French fries in mayonnaise. Wonderful people, though.
Well, I got to go into something.
They want you to speak English, though.
Because he's going to take it to another level. I'm going to protect you, DeVoe.
As always.
My whole idea is to protect you, right?
Right.
Now, which is your favorite sport?
I don't have one.
Cricket.
I don't watch sports.
Cricket.
I just BS my way through this segment.
Oh, so you bulls. So you really are not.
I usually get it right. Because I don't follow Mario.
Okay, if you had to fake a sport that you liked.
If I had to fake one.
Yeah.
Give you a territory that's more familiar. What? What? We always looking for something behind every comment.
Because there is something behind every comment.
There's not.
If you had to fake a sport of interest.
I guess it would be basketball.
Okay.
I want to see her fake that.
Yeah, I want to see her fake that too,
worth a video
I know about the heels.
Just watching you dribble in those heels.
I don't have to play.
Flip-flops. It's either the heels or the flip-flops. Whatever way, watching her dribble in basketball.
Just because I don't own a pair of tennis shoes doesn't mean anything.
So you admit you don't own a pair?
Nope.
Oh, so before we thought she did own a pair.
Nope, she never have.
She's back in the closet.
A lady of quality.
No, I just prefer to do other things and play.
We know you ain't jogging.
Okay.
She won't be running. She won't be jogging. None of that. That's cool.
All right, I have to do a little trivia because we have to hit football. I hate to get off of basketball, DeVoe, but you have to follow me on this. There was a wonderful quote this morning, and I have to say something. Mario may know about this. There's a commissioner in football. His name is Goodell. And his first name is Roger, and he has some support starting off this NFL season. And there was a wonderful quote, and I'm going to read it off to all of you guys so you can sit there and try to figure out who it is. Now, Mario may follow this, so he'll have a better chance at this. He said, a quote from an NFL player from a top 5 team says, "If that man was on fire and I had to piss to put him out, I wouldn't do it. I hate him, and I will never respect him. He's a crook and a devil. Among other things, he's stupid, a puppet, and a dictator." Mario. This is interesting because to give you a hint, there's a hint.
Okay, I'm not so sure he's a dictator.
Come on, man. Come on. Now,
because he actually, when you're a puppet, it's hard to dictate
that's right. That's
at the same time.
contradicting.
By the terms of the other stuff, look at his name. Goodell. Go DL.
Right.
Go the hell.
Or go to hell.
So, you know, as I said, these are really, to me, now, you know, even though it's this whole thing about the relationships, but, you know,
I'll give you
symbolic to me. I'm sorry. I'm still a child of the 60s.
Right.
And the overtones of the old plantation still are there to me. Now, the fact that you're a high-priced slave, you a high-priced slave, like you're a good old Redbone.
All right, what I'll do
is sleep next in the master's house.
Well, that works.
Down on the side.
You
get to sleep in the master's house.
Well, look.
Some of us don't get to sleep.
Well,
we don't even get to come on the plantation.
But you forgot about the main question.
Who said that?
That's right.
I don't know who said that.
I'll give you a hint. Do
I have a choice?
Let me say this. If you can remember the Final Four from this past season in football competition, that'll reduce it to a few teams. To give you
no coaches. This is a player.
A player. I'll make it even easier. A linebacker. Now, just think. I'll make it even easier. Another hint.
My man from Pittsburgh.
Go ahead. I'm going to see if you can get the name.
Rodney.
All close, but it's not him.
No, Harrison.
There you go. You got it.
What's his first name? I forget his name.
Did Harrison?
I'm going to let you keep working on it.
But yeah.
I ain't going to help you on that.
But that's who would say it.
So Harrison did say this?
Harrison is unbelievable. He was being interviewed. And boy, he went along to say something.
Emotional,
and something else he said.
I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire.
He did. Actually, the part that you don't see, he also referenced him in a gay slur. So now it's gone to another level. So this is quote. And this man, you have to see the whole piece as it's read. This man hasn't gotten over being, he was penalized over $100,000 last year for those hard hits. So he feels he's being targeted. But I actually blames Goodell because he believes he's the captain of this, what they call slave mentality in NFL pro sports. But like you said, high paid slaves, right?
This makes it interesting. I want to see it go down. Like fight.
You want to see it go down, right?
Yeah.
Well, yet to be determined. Here's the guess. Here's the guess. When you go after the man like that, he makes you an example. Because if he doesn't, then others will follow. Yeah. So what do you think the penalty will be? How severe do you think it will be?
They're gonna bring him
what
down.
happens is he's already, I'm sure, consulted his legal people because there are precedents.
Yeah.
They can only this is part of your union negotiations.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, and it's routine. Even if you work at McDonald's, someone negotiated what happens if you say "fuck you" to your boss.
Right.
And that's why in different jobs it has different penalties.
That's right.
Because that's been negotiated. It's okay. So some of this he knows. Had he stayed away from the gay slur, you have a certain amount of leeway to make a comment, and then it becomes another legal issue. The NFL treads lightly because the sports have been given certain leeways legally that people have argued long, just like the entertainment industry, that they didn't deserve. Like the entertainment industry's ability to write these contracts. Same thing with the NFL. There's some legal grounds where they've always been getting away with a little something, and that's why they're always testy as it relates to suits. Because depending on what the rulings will be, these things can change. These things can certainly change, and that's what the whole issue of your sports unions fighting against management has. A lot of these kinds of issues are involved in this. So he's inviting action, to which he's probably going to have some appropriate legal reaction.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. I can't wait.
There's more to this too, because
I want college players to sue the NCAA.
Well,
if I was a millionaire, if I had millions, I would say I'm putting away $5 million a year to sue the NCAA just because I feel like it. I'm putting $5 million a year for 20 years. We'll just go after them.
Devon, you have to understand. What goes behind that statement. It is something that the general public sits there and says, if you ever want to have a place where they just absolutely are taking advantage of the college student who basically has to paid
Making
for being
millions
in
for
the
them.
college. The scholarships are there, but they have to pay those back. But they're making so much money off of them. It's just ridiculous. There's no siding on their side.
Give me a break.
It is unbelievable. And then you tell him he can't even take a meal.
Right.
Right. They can't even sell their own uniform or socks. They can't even say somebody gives you something, you can't sign it and sell it.
Yeah.
That's against the rules. Ain't that
that's
a bitch?
That's a total rip-off,
Oh,
man.
hell yeah.
I mean, that's
Hell
a clear rip-off.
So make it all fall.
Right.
I want it all to fall down. Let it all. Jericho. Boom.
You got it. Now, DeVoe, we're going to keep you in the mix because we're pretending like you know football. Right?
Yeah. You're doing a great job of faking interest. So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Well, I can say this much what's going to happen. If Kobe Bryant got a fine for having a reference to a slur in a basketball game by a different commissioner, and you know they're not going to tolerate this, the part that gets me is James Harrison. He's not going to be protected by anything because he not only went after Goodell, he went after some of his Pittsburgh players. Ben Roethlisberger,
he's got a chemical
Richard
imbalance.
Mendenhall, and others he alluded to. So there's this was a outing.
Now, what did he say
comments.
about them?
Okay, I have to read it quote by quote now. So just hold on while I keep that there because I have to go over here. With Ben, he said, hey, at least throw, in reference to the Super Bowl, a pick on their side of the field instead of asking the D to bail you out. Or hand the ball off and stop trying to act like Peyton Manning. You ain't that and you know it. Man, just get paid like he does. So that's just his soft reference to saying, I'm sorry.
He's gone.
Was really soft there.
That's a lot. That's bad for the team there.
Yeah, he's gone.
What did he say about
Mendenhall?
Yeah.
Okay, Mendenhall, he went into saying he was termed a fumbling machine for his momentum-swinging turnover in the Super Bowl loss. So he didn't have to put that on blast. He didn't have to do that at all. So he's actually he's got something built up in him. And he wants to say something.
It's anger.
He needs an anger management.
He's anger.
Class.
You know, it's hard to play linebacker
and not
in the NFL and be kind and nice. It goes against it somehow. You have to dig into the nasty side sometimes.
Well, he did
in order to play the game effectively.
Into the nasty side.
That's right.
Yeah, so he's going to lose. When you know what you lose? When you lose your peers. When they example of them turning on your own, then you don't even have that backup. Who's going to be the first player is going to step up and say, let me defend what he's saying? I said, he just turned on people when he didn't have to.
No, did he say anything about Hines Ward, his teammate, getting arrested for DUI?
No, he turned on a couple of, he went to Rodney Harrison, Teddy Bruschi of the New England Patriots. He also went off on Brian Cushing, saying he was juiced up to Texas. Oh man, I can't remember their name.
So he sure got a lot of opinion about people. What about his self?
Oh, he said he's a hitting machine. No, I'm lying. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. No quote about himself, DeVoe.
He need to talk about himself and stop talking about everybody else.
Yeah. So it's going to be
do the hokey pokey.
Oh, well, I can't wait. Here's the prediction. Here, do you think he's going to be fined over $100,000 and lose a certain amount of games, Mark? What do you think?
Yeah. In fact, that's going to be the big poll. Let's make a guess about the fine.
Yeah.
How much, how long,
and how many games?
How deep?
How many games? Because I think when he went off the reservation, I said, who's going to stand behind him?
Well, only some of those things that he said are actually punishable.
Yeah.
See, you can pick your way through. Some of these are just being a loudmouth and
that's different.
But then some things are more punishable.
No, when you say devil, hate, and a gay slur,
the gay slur,
which is
crook
not
and a devil, I think you might be allowed to say.
Right.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's like stupid.
The gay slur is the kid.
That's right.
Stay away from that. Say crook, devil.
Right.
Refer to them as a body organ. Anything like that is probably still okay.
Yeah.
You have to learn the politically correct ways to insult.
And you can possibly get away with talking about putting out your boss when he's on fire with your piss.
You can say that because you're saying you wouldn't piss on it.
Yeah.
So that's like saying
you're just speaking.
You're not saying you would piss. I'm saying I said I would not piss on him.
Right.
So I don't know if it's a crime to say what you would not do.
All right.
I would not shit on him. You would not piss on him.
Oh, that's terrible.
Together, he's okay.
He burns to ashes.
It's all right.
Okay, now we're going to get to a better part of the positive side. Because since Mario's being a champion of supporting the soccer play, and if you have to hear, if Mario's in the room and the game's on, and you're in another room, and you hear him, you would think that there was like a porn convention going on.
Man, them niggas, some of them are so beautiful. I was watching their face. I said, damn, baby. When they all tough, you know, I see beautiful women getting all tough and gangster and shit. You're like, damn.
All right.
Go on, girl. They like monstering up. I said, damn. All right, throw me down and kick my legs apart. I'm with it. I'll be the bitch.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out how much you stand behind that statement. And we're going to find out universally if the men agree with you, because I've seen this man go crazy over women, but I never thought he would be into the soccer women this much.
Man,
I actually thought the women were in the room.
Out there. There was a bunch of fine ones out there just flexing muscles.
Right, I know. Well, here we go, you guys. Take a moment, take a deep breath, because we're going to rank the most attractive women or females in professional sports, in that sport. And the competition, so you know.
Let me get my sound effects.
I know he's going to get his sound effects. So you know, think carefully. The most attractive is between basketball. Let me go to the next one. How about soccer?
Yay!
I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do the soccer one. Wait, watch how the sound effects keep moving to the left. Track and field.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. Okay, give me the extra. DeVoe, you have a right to come in and ask him what sound effect.
Love them booties, man, them legs. I watched track and field the other day. Lord, them legs and thighs.
And let me just add to why track and field is turning even more of a powerhouse, because those powerhouse spinners are from Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica always have some bad sprinters. They do.
They are the powerhouse.
Represent.
Them girls off the chain.
Legs and hip.
Them girls off the chain.
Yes. All right, we got to go to our last. There is a sport called arena football. Now, whether it's lingerie football or a different type of football, it's women's football. So you got to give them respect. They practice hard. And let me say this, Mario, before you sit back and spew the fire on them, you know, they look good.
Some of them.
Oh, no, dude.
The linemen.
You haven't watched them closely.
The linemen not happening.
No.
Someone has to hike the ball. Someone has to hike the ball.
You're not watching the game.
And you just don't want everybody in that position.
Okay. Have you watched the lingerie league football?
No, I haven't.
Okay, then we're going to have to.
I keep trying to, but I get a cramp.
All right.
And after that, it's 4 hours. I got to call the doctor.
You are the doctor.
4 hours.
And it's over. All right, I still got 2 more categories here.
Okay.
The next category is tennis. Now, be careful now. Tennis now.
What does that mean?
I know. That's why I want to know what that sound effect means.
That's scratch.
You talking about the Williams sisters?
Well, I'm saying
Sharapova?
I like watching tennis.
Oh, no, we're not talking about you watching. We're talking about...
Now that soccer...
No, man.
I go...
All right, wait a minute.
Scratch that out the list.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that the tennis participants,
I'm saying right now,
are not attractive?
No, I'm saying they are attractive, but soccer has them beat right now.
Oh, well, we're not talking about that. We're just going to...
You said number one.
No, we're going to rank them. I'm just going through the list.
Tennis can be
Wait a minute.
soccer.
Hold on, I got one more.
3. They're number 3.
Look, I know he's so busy...
Because all the rest of them are terrible.
I knew it. I knew it. One more, because I believe it is a professional sport.
Sound effects ready.
But Mario doesn't want to admit to this one because it takes him back, because he actually ran into a couple of these women, and they were both weightlifters. Weightlifting. Professional weightlifters with females.
I don't want no weightlifting females. They all got rashes. They chafing.
You wrong.
That's the problem with them. I don't mind, but they chafing all in them thighs. All up in there.
All right.
Rubbing. So they can't, it's not good.
Okay, so what we're going to do here real quick, since Mario chimed in with a lot of his opinions without having nobody have a time to get theirs in, we're going to go and get the 3 top from each of you. The sport, 1, 2, and 3. You can go basketball, track and field, arena football, tennis, weightlifting. Okay, I know it's not a professional sport; it's an Olympic sport.
Judging by looks or whatever criteria.
Yeah, the 5 most attractive women's professional sport. The athletes. DeVoe.
Soccer.
Number
track
1.
And field.
Number 2.
And tennis.
Tennis.
That's
not bad.
We agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Dang, you guys on the same page. So you got, okay, I see what you're saying.
In that order.
I'd have to put track and field number 1.
There you go. That's my man right there. That's my man right there.
I gotta go.
You know what? He may be right though with that.
Wait a minute. Let me give me your number 2.
I'd definitely say
Soccer.
well, yeah, soccer girls. Yeah, I like the tennis, man.
The tennis is hot. Yeah,
I like
they
the
look good at tennis.
So you get to with tennis, you get to individualize them really easy. You know.
Yes.
Oh.
With soccer, it's like
They're all over the place.
And far away.
Yeah,
You don't get
so
a lot
much
of close ups.
You know, so much of them.
Yeah.
They are kind of different too. The soccer girls this is the first group of really muscular women that I've liked because I'm not into the swimmers, and they also are kind of muscular.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing about the soccer girls that you see.
Right.
They're more muscular, especially in the upper body than you're used to seeing. In tennis, everybody's got strong legs.
Yeah.
But in the soccer now, that's what also kept me from liking some of the WNBA women.
Right.
Some of them are too masculine.
Yeah.
I'm serious. They got too much. The soccer, they not quite as bad. That's why that was the most muscular women.
You can still see the feminine in there.
Exactly. Well, you can
still see
I mean,
feminine,
with shoulders and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you have
But
your third one. What was your third one? You had
Soccer
third?
Soccer the third.
Soccer the third for. Okay. So I'm gonna go with track and field number 1, hands down right now.
Yes.
For me, and then
The
number
black
2.
men are all gonna say that.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Number 2 is not soccer for me. The reason why is because, like you said, if you don't see enough of them close up, I still think tennis gets more advantages from it.
Yes.
But if they ever make lingerie league football for women a sport, they're going to shut everybody else down.
Lingerie.
Oh, man.
They're playing
Lingerie
football
league.
and lingerie.
If they ever make that a
Lingerie.
yes.
Oh man, well, that's definitely a go for me.
I gotta actually
But
see a
look how
game.
you guys are. You don't even know what the girls look like. Just the fact
They've
that
been
they're
on this show.
lingerie,
Well, I mean,
they get the bonus.
It would be unreasonable for them to put a ill-shaped, bad-looking woman in a lingerie and put her on.
Thank
put
you.
her out there for us.
Thank you.
So.
And when you see them play, if you guys have Devon,
That's just not a sport,
If-
really.
if it becomes-
how about
Well, we
nude
could make it
Wait a
one.
minute.
nude gymnastics?
Gymnastics. I'm doing the V.
Okay.
Can you imagine that? Nude
Well, I'm all for the.
gymnastics.
If you see
Even the
line,
men,
you can't.
imagine that swinging.
Let me change up.
You ain't like that. one.
That's a visual. That's
I want
already,
the women to have something.
Dude.
Because I was imagining the
Let
ladies
DeVoe-
on the high beam.
let
That I
them-
said maybe DeVoe might like the fellas on the high beam.
That could be painful for the fellas.
Could be.
Very.
You better strap that boy down. Tape it to your thigh. Tape it to your thigh.
All right. Tuck and roll. Okay. Here we go. I got to change the subject now because I have to go over to something that was very interesting. It's a story. If you follow football, which we're helping DeVoe, and on this story, Michael Irvin, Hall of Fame player, formerly with the Dallas Cowboys, the Hall of Fame player Michael Irvin idolized his gay brother. But there's some information here you need to know about how he got to that point. And when he was young, he basically had quotes, and this is a quote he said, not understanding the plight, and this all relates to that our players and people of all backgrounds and all forms of career endeavors. And he said, just bringing women around so everybody can see. Maybe that's the residual of the fear I had that if my brother is wearing ladies' clothes, am I going to be doing that? Is it genetic? That he was going through this at a period of time, and that he came to understand his brother. His brother's name is Vaughn, who passed away in 2006 from cancer. So what he actually did in his interview was to actually paint a picture of that he would support any effort if a player did come out, and it's still yet to have a player come out in professional sports openly gay. Now,
Has there been any?
Not openly, and it's a quote he had that I kept reading over, and for us, a lot of us understand, freedom of expression, freedom of choice, and everything. But he had this to say, and he said, "Quote," he says, "I'm not gay, but I was afraid to even let anyone have thought. I can only imagine the agony being a prisoner in your own mind for someone who wants to come out. If I'm not gay and I'm afraid to mention it, I can only imagine what an athlete must be going through if he is gay." So the question came to mind for me is, how long before we see the first openly gay professional football player? And how long do you
Well,
think
because
it may
you
take?
already had them, but they just weren't open. In
Right,
other words, a
that's what I'm
number of
saying.
them that you know after the fact. Let me remind people of famed Detroit Lions tackle Alex Karras, who played, if you remember those who saw some of the early, he actually went into movie and acting, and he was in the comedy Blazing Saddles, where he knocks out the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, long after he was out of the NFL.
Right.
So, and we know statistically, we love to bring up statistics on this show, in terms of the prevalence, that they're there.
Right.
Just like I tell people all the time, they're around, people are around you. It's
Right.
just whether or not they feel comfortable in coming out and being who they are. So it won't be long, I don't think. It just may surprise you who it is.
Right. Right.
You
No,
know
I
what
agree.
I'm saying? It
I
just
agree.
may shock you. It's just like, you know,
Well, it's just like the hip hop. A lot of those boys are gay. Those
I've heard.
hardcore rappers that come off to be so macho are very feminine in the privacy of their own home. So, yeah, but I think a lot of times, you know, that especially with athletes, they're not going to want to show that feminine side of them because that's not what the game is about. And they may feel that may infringe in the actual fans.
Right.
So, you know, it might not come out.
I'm pretty sure most of them guys don't want to be hugged by that guy.
Well, that's true.
He been running with
Where's
that
the
ball
fear?
for real. He see you coming.
Oh, yeah, he really makes it go.
Boy, he not waiting for you to catch him. Boy. He don't want you to hug him at all.
You know, it is
may
such.
It may not ever come
It,
out.
you know,
Ever?
I think it's going to come. That's why I asked
well,
the
remember,
question.
you have the issue in the military already. And actually, a lot of your latest data comes from their studies.
Yeah.
Because they had to do a number of studies as part of this whole don't ask, don't tell. So they did a whole bunch of, because people's minds have changed too. So they had to actually look at the impact. Believe me, the same kind of things were done as relates to women
Right.
in the military too, in terms of men's attitudes of being in close. So it's interesting
Right. No,
what you
I'm
find
wrong.
out.
It will.
No,
come
it just-
out
it's just
because
interesting.
The
It's-
younger generation is more.
They are.
androgynous. They're not gay.
It was
and they're
different
not
than what I
straight. They don't
expected.
care what they are. You know what I'm saying?
It was
So-
different than what I expected to develop.
Yeah.
Even the young men in the military, that was the one that kind of surprised me. The young men in the military as it relates to gay men.
Right.
It wasn't the response that you
Right,
would have
they
respected
didn't
traditionally.
mind, yeah.
Not at all to the degree that you would have expected.
Well, it's a new school. It's a
That's
new
right.
time,
Right.
you know?
People
So
don't care no more.
They don't care.
They want it's how you
Yeah.
act with it,
Yeah.
and what I have to see and deal with. Now, if you're gonna be kissing and walking
But I
hand
mean,
in
that
hand,
goes.
that might
That's
cause
the same
issues.
thing with heterosexuals. You
Same-
can
exactly.
become obnoxious, okay, with it. You're hitting on everybody you see. That's just like the gay guy who wants to hit on every man, the straight man who wants to hit on every woman. It doesn't matter whether you're gay or straight. It's how you conduct yourself in public.
Well, that's what they saw in the military. The male-female relationships caused as much distraction as problems. It's more than people would ever imagine. That was why they really don't, even though it happens, they really try to frown upon that whole
Fraternize.
whatever they call it,
Yeah.
the mixing of the acting out.
That's right. Well, hey, let me just say this. I mean, it's one of those things where I think all the time wisdom comes with age. And if you're fortunate enough to live many, many years, you do grow into being in tune with what is important to you. Now, I'm going to close this out because it's already a celebration of the USA who won against France. So I have a picture here, and I know it's going to be difficult for you to see a close-up, but I want you guys, Mario and DeVoe, since you're on the screen, to rate the picture value as it relates to the attractiveness of the French
cold-blooded.
French
Why you want to
team.
show us an ugly picture?
I didn't listen
You
to
trying
me.
to show us ugly? You
Wait
hater.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Hater.
Excuse me.
These are the soccer girls.
These-
and they're
Well,
not
look at
very
'em.
These are the athletes, the team of the French team, the females. You tell me, scale 1 to
Would
10.
you French the Frenchies are here?
You tell me.
I don't know if I'd French these Frenchies.
You don't like the way these French.
Well, this is not. Let me just tell you something. They were looking better than this on the show. Because you know, I already told you I'm a pig. I was watching them. I ain't lying.
And they didn't look anything like these
Now look
girls.
at this, okay? These are looking kind of.
They are, those
Look
are-
at this. Look at this. They kind of looking. You know,
They
you
look
kick.
like boys.
You kick them out. Kick them out.
Number 6.
Some of
is a
these, you
girl.
wake up next to them, you scream.
See, this is not fair.
But that's not a good picture.
Look, they're calling us.
That's
Stop
not a
it,
good
Mara.
picture.
Be quiet.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, do your best.
I think number 12, you can still bone her.
What is the question?
I said rate the attractiveness of the French
They don't
soccer team.
It's a terrible
1 to 10.
picture.
I give it about
6.
I'll give it. You know what?
Wow.
Okay, listen. Look at the picture. Number 10, she's very pretty. Okay, hush. She
Wait.
is pretty.
No, she is not.
She
Very
is too-
pretty.
yes,
Where are you
she-
getting this?
She
Not
is-
in that picture.
She is pretty.
Very pretty.
Yes,
Together.
she is
Very and pretty.
Together.
No, there's no very
the girl
pretty out
holding
there.
the banner. She's pretty.
How about number 6?
Number 6 is like a man. No, she's not very pretty.
And even this one, like she got a syndrome.
You know what?
Now that they got
I'm
syndrome,
not
check
playing
it.
this
Send
game.
off some
No.
genetic
Time out.
labs.
I'm not-
They got to send. So Vic is a hater.
not.
He knew that I was.
You were loving the
loving those
soccer
soccer players, so he wanted to show you an ugly picture of them. That's cold blooded. Y'all cold blooded. I want y'all to know, Colonel.
Wait a minute.
Them soccer players.
I kept hearing this screaming, so I wanted to know what he's screaming about. So
Where's
I went
Hope?
and see the pictures. And
No,
I said,
find
okay,
a picture of Hope
I
Solo.
have to go jog, so I went down the street and
I
started
changed
jogging.
my mind. The soccer
I wanna
women
see,
are
where's
not
Hope
pretty.
Solo?
I was going by the effect of Mario.
I want to
They
show
look
some.
like that. They look like men. They're
No,
like
I'm
the
fine.
basketball players.
I'm sorry.
No, find Hope Solo. Find Hope
now you
Solo.
wanna-
Wait a
you
minute.
wanna
He's trying to
find
save
it.
himself. Okay, you guys.
I like Solo.
My sports segment is over. We have run out of time. We have no time to show the video. Mario, can you please close
look
out?
Look at
this segment?
Solo. Look at Hope Solo, y'all. Look at her. But that's not even a good picture.
Oh man, yeah, she's cute.
Look at this other picture, Solo.
He's trying to save himself.
No, this is a U.S. goalie. It's not. Well, that's a
Yeah,
bad
she-
picture.
No, she is.
Because they're
She
acting.
is cute. The
Wait a
US
minute.
goalie is
But they had her. They
Wait a
had her.
minute.
She was
I
something else.
was talking about the
Look
French,
at her there.
The French
That's
team.
all natural. I know the French. We don't care. The U.S. I would.
Got you, Mario.
Mario.
I'm sorry.
Everybody, let's go give it to Hope Solo.
You got one girl out of how many
sorry.
soccer women are there?
Okay, so what you
One
trying?
woman you were hollering at.
Oh my God! I need
Well,
a
the
break.
vote get ready.
I need a break.
right.
Can
ready
we
to
get out
vote.
of here?
Lean
My
in close.
sports is over. I can never live
And that
this one
was
down.
New Sports with Victor Allen and Mario giving his opinion about
I
the
said
soccer
Victor Allen.
women.
I'm just a guest. I ain't had nothing to do with that sports shit. I'm trying to get me no. I got enough trouble. I'm in enough trouble from good news, bad news. Shit.